I've turned down at least $250,000 from gambling, and I want to talk about it. Not because I want a pat on the back to say that I'm like a morally superior person. It's not about that. It's because that is like an insane amount of money for them to be spending, and they're only spending that much money because you as the Australian public are hemorrhaging so much more, like 100 times more than that. So this is a DM that I got the other day from a gambling company. They also emailed me. They basically said, hey, we love your content, which they obviously haven't looked at my content because I talk shit about gambling all the time. They then said that there's great synergies with my audience, which to me says you think my audience are a bunch of fuckwits that are going to lose heaps of money on gambling. Great. Then down the bottom, they basically say, name your price, when I didn't respond to them the first time. They also emailed me, and this is not rare. I have had pretty much every major gambling company send me a message being like, hey, the day that you're ready to sell your soul and promote gambling, you come to us first and we will look up to you. You name your price. And as someone who doesn't own a house in Sydney and lives in Sydney, I am not kidding when I say I could have bought a house with this money. Like, this is an insane amount of money. So next time your favorite creator is promoting gambling, don't come for them in the comments. Next time you see these ads, just think about how much money they are getting paid, because most of them are getting tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to promote gambling. Think about how much money these gambling companies need to make to pay that, and then also make the fat profits that they're making. That is how much money Australians are losing every single day in gambling. And I don't know if you've seen it, but there is an inquiry in Parliament at the moment in which people have alleged that gambling companies and casinos have offered problem gamblers, like people with an identified gambling problem, escorts, drugs, and accommodation to encourage them to gamble more, which I shouldn't need to explain to you why that is deeply, deeply fucked up. And I guess a word of warning to any up-and-coming creators, because I know that people enter this industry and then some gambling company gives them a bunch of money and they think that that is the only way that they can survive in this industry. I have successfully not held a full-time job since December of 2022. I don't own a house in Sydney. I'm not like living the dream, balling, but there is enough money in this industry for you to sustain yourself as someone who works in the sport niche, which is almost exclusively gambling money. You can have a career in this industry without having to take gambling money at the direct expense of your audience hemorrhaging it.